biggest consumer of cocaine in Europe. We've heard similar noises about this in recent weeks and months, but he says that smartphones and the growth of encryption has effectively cut out the middlemen when it comes to dealing drugs. Mike Roberts is a former chief inspector at Greater Manchester Police, now lectures on drugs prevention and runs a charity called Innovative Prevention. Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm not bad. Is he right?
He is, and I think the problem we've now got with cocaine is it's moved from being a drug that was associated with celebrities, that type of lifestyle. It's really a drug now that's awash in our towns and cities, and it's becoming the drug of choice around young people.
Why is it so readily available? Where's it all coming in from?
Well, if you go back 15 years ago when you wanted to import drugs from, say, Colombia, how would you actually do that? You'd have to fly there, you'd have to reference, be introduced to a big drugs cartel. Now, because of the dark web, you can just go on the internet, and lots of tech-savvy young people are doing that, so they can cut out the middlemen. In the past, if you were running a drugs gang, you had to have a strong arm to hold a piece of turf. Now, because you're doing it in your bedroom, you don't have to do that. So a lot of people have disassociated themselves from, to be a drug dealer, I need to be really violent, to I just need to be a bit tech savvy.
Well, you say that, but we also hear a lot about county lines at the moment and the way that the big, well-organised drug gangs in our urban centres are moving out to other town and rural locations to try and get a grip on the drugs market in those areas too. So those kind of, if you like, traditional sort of drug dealing structures are still in place, aren't they?
Definitely they are, but if you think about your middle and your upper ranking drug dealer, they don't want to get caught. So what they want to do is recruit some new foot soldiers, young people, trap them into this lifestyle, into a drug's debt, move them to another town, because the big urban areas are awash with drugs, too much competition. So you put your drugs into some town or city or some seaside town, you can sell your drugs and there's no risk to you because it's some young person that's holding a mobile phone that's not traceable to you. So at some point, yes, you can buy your drugs on the internet, but at some point you've got to do face-to-face selling, handing over the drugs. This is where young people that I deal with regularly are getting groomed into this, trapped into this lifestyle.
The other thing we discussed recently, and in fact we had a very powerful contributor to our programme who got in touch with us a week or so ago, talking about the ease at which you can get drugs delivered to your door. So, you know, via WhatsApp, Snapchat, whatever else it might be. And actually, wraps of drug being shoved underneath your door. So you don't have to go and do a kind of deal in a dodgy club or down a back alley somewhere, and that has become a major challenge for police trying to deal with this. Looks like Mike's line has just dropped off, by the way, for the moment, so we're going to see if we can get him back. But in terms of ease of access for people to want to get hold of these kind of illicit substances, that is a major challenge. And why is it cocaine as well, I wonder, if anyone has experience of this and wants to tell us about it, in particular, that seems to be so rampant at the moment. As Mike was saying, it used to be the kind of typically the drug of choice in the more high-end market.
Glamorised in rock music as well.
All of that. And these days, you see it and you hear about it absolutely everywhere, I have to say.
I was once interviewing a major rock star, and halfway through the interview he said, "I'm just off to powder my nose." And he came back and he was a lot more animated.
But these days, not just the rock stars. So, Mike Roberts, what do we do about it then? Because actually, when you use cocaine, whether you use it once, whether you use it regularly, it's incredibly damaging to your physical and mental health, isn't it?
And because we're talking about young people starting to use it at a very young age, those issues later on in life, paranoia, substance abuse becoming well established, it is even more stark. So Nicky's just talked about a rock star who became a bit more animated. We're talking about young people developing mental health issues at a really young age because of drug-induced psychosis. So we've got to really get our prevention messages out early and strongly with young people. It's about grooming. We're all familiar with the CSE grooming model. And actually, we've got to speak to young people about being groomed by adults, about how if they want to find out information, where are the safe places that they can access that information in an impartial way. So we've got to get them prevention messages to young people really early on in their lives.
Thank you very much, Mike Roberts, from the charity innovate prevention. So we have young people apparently drinking less, smoking much less, less likely to have sex before the age of 16 and so on. And yet the rise of these kind of recreational drugs right around the country. Any thoughts on that, please? 85058 at BBC.